In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, CuBuffs on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You're watching Sports Talk with CuBuffs. Tonight is Tuesday night. I got my guys with me tonight. That's Uncle Steve and J.R. Bucks. You see it right there on the screen. Shedeur Sanders has been named the starting quarterback for this upcoming preseason against Jimmy Horn Jr. and the Carolina Panthers. Well, we getting ready to talk about this thing. And what we're going to do this for me right here. Hit that like button as you come in, if you don't mind. And also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Once again, you're watching Sports Talk with CuBuffs on this Tuesday night. Only thing I ask that you do, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel and share this video if you don't mind. I want to say hello to everybody. I mean everybody that's in the chat. Just in case I don't call out your name, I see you. I appreciate you. And if you're not in the chat and you just watching, we appreciate you also tonight. And also, if you'd like to continue to support the broadcast in any kind of form of way, through Cash Apps, Super Chat, join the membership, anything that you do is highly appreciated. All right, let's get into the show. We're talking about Shedeur Sanders' big announcement today, and also we're going to talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football. Y'all hanging here with us. I promise I won't hold you but 55 minutes. All right, let's go with the show. And here we go. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Yeah. All right, JR didn't pop up. I got to see what's going on. Where you at, JR? Where you at? There he is. There he is. What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
What's happening?
Hope my sound is all right tonight.
Oh yeah, it's good. Whatever you did, keep that microphone right there for the whole duration of this classic show right here.
All right, big dog. All right, Uncle Steve got it. Yeah, see, he want to be that nightmare again. I guess he want to be that nightmare again. Hey, I ain't black, but I got white on. I'm a nightmare. Well, every time I see that show, I said, what it do here crazy, man. We be laughing at it. My dog said, Daddy, why you say that? I said, that's a song. Y'all, that's a movie. Y'all ain't never seen it. It's a song and a movie. I'm a nightmare. On what kind of street? Hell Street. Check this out, fellas. Chat, what's going on? Here we go. JR, breaking news. Shedeur Sanders it's been announced that he will be the starting quarterback for this upcoming preseason game against the Carolina Panthers. Let me hear your thoughts, and then we'll move on to Uncle Steve and talk about some more other stuff. Talk to me, my brother.
Definitely a heck heck of an opportunity. Look, I'm so excited I can't even speak correctly. It's a heck of an opportunity, man, for 12 to stamp himself as a quarterback that belongs in his league, right? We all feel that way, but until the bullets really flying, right? So it's an amazing opportunity, man. And this opportunity, honestly, I thought he wasn't gonna get in preseason. So for you to start off, that means you probably gonna play, maybe a half of football. So you got to take advantage of everything that's in front of you. And I feel he's gonna do that. So I'm overly excited for him, man, that he gets this opportunity to showcase his talent. And he gonna take advantage of the opportunity for sure. I feel strongly about that.
Well, I say I'll use Kobe Bryant when he played the Orlando Magic in the championship. They were saying, "You ain't excited." Kobe said, "Excited for what? We ain't done nothing yet. Yeah, what we getting excited for? Ain't nothing to get excited for. We ain't done nothing." What I mean by we ain't done nothing, mission ain't over yet. We got to destroy. This ain't about just going there, getting a start, and making people feel good. That feel good stuff over with. It's time to destroy. When I say destroy, I mean destroy. The mission should be to destroy anything in your sight. We getting rid of it. Bombs over Baghdad. It's what we saying. And at
Right.
the end of the day, I put it to y'all this way. You know, people should feel good, and the ones that should feel good is the Shedeur Sanders fans. And I'm gonna tell you why. You have Martin Luther King and you got Malcolm X. You had some people that took the Martin Luther King side. Oh, we shall overcome. Then you got them aunties saying, no, by any means necessary. We ain't taking no crap. We coming in here. We ain't accepting y'all BS. We ain't accepting that foolishness where you coming in there, what I call I got a question for you. Let me throw this one out there. Y'all, it's some women gonna get mad after this one. I thought we had one person what they call in Georgia. Y'all had some lady in Georgia. They said she beach blonde, bad built, something. Now we got two. We got one of them up there in Cleveland too. And her name is Messy. Messy Mary Kay. And they can get mad, they can get glad, they can go wipe they it don't make me no difference. If you can talk about 12, you can say jokes about Bill Belichick, then when you can do that, it's open game on you. If you want to talk about men messing with the younger women, well, we can talk about some bad built bleach blondes. So let's have at it with your little messy self. But getting back to 12, I'm just, that's how I go. Messy Mary Kay. That's a messy. She very messy, very messy, very messy. She's a bad lady. She's very bad, very messy. With that being said, I thank the people who supported 12, who continuously support 12, and for the people who don't accept BS, kudos to y'all because 12 did his job by keeping his eye on the prize, great attitude, great morale, great team player, but he needed y'all. He needed y'all to every time she told a lie, you slapped that devil right in his face and said, "Not here, devil. You're not here today. You won't destroy one of ours." And that was the key to this. So back to you, B. Watts.
I want to thank J.R. Boss. I want to thank Uncle Steve for their opening statement on what happened today. But let's take a deeper dive into the Cleveland Browns quarterback room. JR, when you look at the quarterback room, they also added another quarterback who's been familiar with the organization. He got some playing time with them, Huntley. Now you have six quarterbacks on this roster with Deshaun Jackson, even though he's injured. So when you look at the quarterback room going forward, what's your thought on the quarterback room with all six of them?
You're on mute, JR.
My bad, my bad. Look, it's the same B Watts. Look, you got Deshaun Watson. He's injured, so he's gonna start off the season on the injury list. and you bring in Tyler Huntley because you got two other guys that's going through some lower body issues. So you need to bring in a live arm because unbeknownst, the rest of the guys on the team still need to get reps. So uh you can't beat your quarterbacks up in the training camp situation because you need quarterbacks to be healthy as possible going forward. So I know a lot of people probably like, oh, they should just give, more reps to Shedeur and things like that to get them ready. And, but that's not the case because you don't want to overexert a quarterback and then he's not ready to go in for the start of the regular season. So they bringing Huntley in to get other guys, reps and things like that. And that's what I think about it. So I don't think Huntley's gonna make it past probably the well, he'll make it to the last preseason game for sure, just depending on the health of the other two guys. But he's not a guy that's in contention to make the 53-man roster. So it is what it is. The QB room's still the same.
Well, JR, you nailing it right there. What I will add is this here. What QB room? Those boys don't like no competition. Ask yourself, how all of a sudden everybody got hamstring issues? When they play go down, now I'm grabbing a hamstring. It reminds me of when we used to play basketball or football. We got up on people. We started beating them real good. You know what they do? Oh man, that ham getting kind of tight, man. That shoulder. You get all kind of injuries. You like, man, I'm quitting. I'm done. I'm done. What it is pressure. You got a diamond, out there, and that diamond, as a coal, you do that and you put pressure on that coal and you keep that up, you're gonna produce a diamond. And they have a diamond, but the problem goes is this one here. The coach is looking and they've realized the more we play Pickett and Dylan, the worse we look. Let's pull these boys off because Shedeur winning. He winning. The more they see, the more the people see them, the more he wins. Now they putting it on. Well, let's put some pressure on him. Let's put him out there because now it won't be on Dylan and it won't be on Kenny, but it's up to us to realize we need to judge 12 how we judge Dylan and Kenny. When Dylan was throwing the ball in the ground and Dylan couldn't look over people, Dylan the ball hitting people knocking the ball down, that's the same expectations we should have for Shedeur because he's taking first team reps now. When you're taking first team reps now, it should be a little different because the bullets flying a little faster. You're getting more information. You have to decipher this. So when you got passes for Dylan, hey, I ain't like y'all. Y'all want to keep that post. I don't move a post. That post stays right there. If it was acceptable for Dylan, it's acceptable for 12. 12, go out there and do your thing. You don't have to go conquer nothing. Just show them what you showed people your entire life, that you know how to play football and that the moment is not too big for you. As long as this is the good thing about Cleveland. They haven't seen good quarterback in so long, they don't know what the hell they looking at. If they see anybody who just throw the ball and complete something, them jokers celebrate. It ain't like Kansas City. It ain't like Buffalo. It ain't like Baltimore. It ain't like Washington, D.C. right now. They see quarterback that can throw. It ain't even like Cincinnati in your own home, your state. If they see anybody that can throw that ball 5 yards, because when you look at DG and he throwing the ball in the grass, throwing people, it reminds me of DG reminds me of I watch Wild. You watch the Cleveland Indians when they on there just a little on the outside, the ball going everything with the pitcher. Just imagine that if you watch that Wild thing come out there, that's Dylan Wild thing. That ball going everywhere. So I ain't gonna knock over old Dylan. He's trying his best, but at the end of the day, they don't have no quarterbacks. Come on, folks. Let's be real. They do not have quarterbacks. When you got a man that's older, that's 100, you got another man that they now he Michael Vick. He a running quarterback now. Then you got the other one. He on the Game of Thrones as Tyrion Lannister or the little son who was out there. So what we gonna do? What we gonna do? I'm like, you got little thing, all of them on the Game of Thrones. You got little fingers on the Game of Thrones. You got little midget out there. I'm like, man, hell, I'm watching the Game of Thrones. And then you got your boy, the general manager. He don't know what that hell he doing. So he on there too. So back to you, B. Watt. This man, I'm watching the Game of Thrones. Who gonna get next?
Oh hell no! But check this out, man. I was thinking the same thing, kind of on the same line you was thinking before I came on. I wasn't gonna bring this up, man. DG, man, he faked that injury, bro. He think them tapes, what he was putting on film. He knows Joe wasn't gonna play. Kenny Pickett all of a sudden came up with a hamstring, and everybody looking at him said, "Man, if I go out here and mess this up in this preseason game, oh hell no, I'm gonna come up with a hammy too." I'm a third round draft pick. At least I can last 2 more weeks. They ain't gonna get out here and cut me. Shedeur. Oh, it's on you. I got a hammy. All of a sudden, JR, all of a sudden, DG come up with a hammy. They did not show it in the videos they released. Now they showed Kenny Pickett. They weren't reporting it while the practice was going on. They reported the next day that he had a hammy. When you look at DG, Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback that they selected before to do a Sunday, give me your thoughts on his performance so far, JR.
Dylan Gabriel perform? I mean, what you want me to say, B. Watts? I don't know what to say to that, man.
Hey,
Look,
he know he wasn't ready because he know they was trying to push him out there. He's saying, "Oh hell no, no man, I ain't going out there."
look,
He's
I
smarter
tell
than y'all think he is.
I tell Dylan Gabriel the same thing I told Kenny Pickett last week, man. Look, if your hamstring tight, bro, get out there, man. Just go and get up, make something happen, dog. You an athlete, get out there. I mean, look, as far as injuries, man, injuries happen. So I'm not going, as a medical professional, I'm not going to discredit anybody's injury. An injury is an injury. I had people that came to
Okay.
me and I had to treat them, and in my mind, I'm like, is this person really injured? But I got to practice medicine how I practice medicine. So if the team reports he's injured, that's all I can go off of. So, but what I say to him is, man, if you can play. So that's all I got for Dylan Gabriel, man. I don't look for him, B. Watt. So I don't know what you want me to say, man.
Let me read this super chat out right quick, then. Want to thank the super chat, 499. Come on. From Hawaii, Chris. Appreciate the super chat. And 12, I trust. Rooting for J Horn too. Uncle Steve. Been saying Cream will rise to the top. Like B. Watt said, won't he do it? But God is good. Yeah, you're right. Appreciate that. Let's do Steve, you want to add on thing to that before we move on, man? To another topic?
Well, I'll just add this. Dylan is doing this to the best of his ability. He's out there. He's doing what they ask him to do. He's a good teammate. He has his limitations, and I just have to commend him. He knows how to, in MMA, you tap. You when they put a move on you, you tap out, and he's tapping, because he understands, and I like to commend him. I'm gonna tell you who's smart. Whomever who's oversees him, his advisor or whomever, they advise him well. Young man, right now you're not in a good mental space. Your performance is not where it needs to be. We can play this safe. You're a third round pick. Even if we say, and you really don't want to play against Philadelphia. If you didn't play against Carolina, you really don't want to play against Philadelphia.
Exactly.
And if you notice, I don't think Kenny Pickett gonna get well before that Philadelphia either, because he know what they'll do.
You
He
know what they
knows,
gonna do.
and they
You
ran,
play with them. You
and he
know it's
ran.
time to fit them to that medical tent.
Hey, they know his tendencies. They know Lil Finger's tendencies, and they gonna take the glove off like the mask. They like the mask. The wrestlers back in the old day take the mask off him. They gonna take the glove off his hand, and people get to see his fingers like this here. So it's like, hey, those people are smart. If I was advising Dylan, I'd have told Dylan too, man, sit your tail down, because
Yeah.
the the worst thing you could do, they love you, they pick you, they got to save face, Dylan. They got to save face. The less people see of you, the
Yep.
more the better you are. Let
Yep.
Shedeur go out there, and even if Shedeur pass you, it's fine. You're still there. You
Yep.
you're the third round pick. They can't cut that third round pick. They cut that third round pick. Somebody gone. You got
Mm,
to lose your job after that.
Yeah,
mm.
that's for
You
sure. Yeah,
you cut
you
that
cut the
third round pick.
yeah.
That means that Stefanski, I call him whatever, Stephanopoulos, Stefansi, stepchild. I don't care what his name is, because he ain't done nothing. He told y'all that Dylan I call him Dylan, Marshall. Let me call him Marshall Dylan. He told y'all that Marshall Dylan was the best quarterback out there, the second best quarterback out there. Now, if he told me Marshall Dillon was the second best, and then he go get 50-year-old, and then he turn around and get old Wilson Pickett, and then he went and got Huntley, man, I ain't listening to nothing he got to say because he didn't pick Shedeur. If he
Yep.
didn't pick Shedeur, it tells me everything I know. And the next thing I ask y'all people, he's been there 5 years. So why don't they have a quarterback and it's been 5 years?
Well,
Right.
time about up for him, man.
I'm just saying,
Time about
5
up.
years, five.
Right.
Why don't you have a quarterback? San Francisco got a quarterback and they got their quarterback with the last pick in the draft. So
Mm-hmm.
what's the excuse?
You heard
You
what Baker
you
Mayfield said. He
exact.
said,
You a quarter. Hey, you a quarterback whisperer.
Yeah.
It seems like you more a dream killer. Is what you are. Ain't no whisper. Hey, if you whispering, hey, I don't want you whispering to me. You need to scream at me instead of whispering. Back to you, B. Watts.
Yeah. Hey, we got another super chat right here. Excuse me, from Larry. Appreciate Larry. $5 super chat. In the words of the late great Jill Scott, the Shedeur Sanders revelation will be televised. Yeah. The
"Get
NFL
that."
network, the NFL networks picked it up, so they gonna show the game. Came across my phone, so
B.
that's
Watts. B. Watts. Why aren't the NFL now giving Shedeur Sanders compensation? Because this game is going to be one of the most viewed games in the NFL. This thing is going to be it's going to have the most lights. Then you got, I guarantee you, that stadium going to be sold out now because you got J5 versus Shedeur Sanders.
mm-hmm.
Battle of the Buffaloes. You know
Yeah,
you can name it anything. Battle of the Buffaloes. You got a star attraction from both Colorado, and then this is the kicker. This is the spoiler. You don't know if you're gonna have a special appearance from yours truly, prime
yeah,
time himself. You don't know if he gonna be in that building, and he ought to be in the building like Archie Manning was, with a hat on his head like this here, in a corner, just looking like this here, just was smiling on his face, looking at his son. That's all.
yeah,
That's what he should be. And then when they come and try to, I do not want no cameras in my face. And if you ask me any questions, I'm just here as a proud father to support my son. That's it. Everything
That's
goes to the
it.
Cleveland, and I want to thank the Cleveland organization for the opportunity. And go Browns. That's it. And I'm back. And tell them go. Y'all need to keep and then I tell them you need to keep the cameras on the kids out there because it's their time. It's not mine. I'm here as a father. Back to you, B. Watts.
Well, Steve, let me count off there. You know he used to work with the NFL Network. What if they call him to the booth?
Nah, they ain't doing that.
You
He
don't
Man,
know.
no,
They gonna
hey.
milk
no,
this cow. They can milk
They
this
go
no.
cow
and
all the way to the
No.
end, bro.
it would be perfect because for the NFL, it's all about attention.
That's
You can say
it.
whatever you want to. A proud father. His son gets the golden opportunity. His son has put the work in. It's a dream come true. You know, a young man who had all these obstacles, a fifth round draft pick who went through you're a survivor from cancer and everything that you've gone through. Man, what you talking about? That is a dream come true for the NFL. How many do you
They ain't doing.
do
They ain't
you
doing it, man. I don't think Coach Prime accepting that, man.
no,
Nah.
he might not, and I wouldn't. But my thing goes, I wouldn't accept it because of the fact I'll just go there. If it was me, I would just go there like Archie Manning. I just go with. I would go because this is his first
Yeah.
start. I don't care what
Yeah.
nobody say. I
Yeah.
would
You gotta
go,
go. Yeah.
but I would be incognito when I go, and that means I'm in there. I'm in that cut. I'm in a booth or whatever. I'm going in there and I'm gonna support it because the family gonna be there. You got J5 too. Coach Ryan got a relationship with J5 too, so it's
Yeah.
like, hey. Those are both of his sons. So why wouldn't he go? Just don't put attention on him. And it's a great recruiting tool for the coach, too.
Yeah.
You got to look at the big picture. Colorado need to turn that thing. They've turned it around. But when you see that coach on national TV and his kids are in the NFL playing that thing and they going to ball, Jimmy and him going to ball out, I would be there with the Colorado Buffaloes gears on because it's
Yeah.
recruit. You still got another job.
Right.
That's just me.
Yeah. I mean,
Back to you, B. Watts.
I can look. I can see. I definitely see him going out there for all the things that you said. I can see him going out there, but I don't see him doing a interview. Even if they call him to the booth for like halftime, how you think your son played? Because that takes away from your son. Like that's his moment. So even if they wanted him, come tell your story. Come talk. He didn't already told that story. Bucky put that story out for us to see, talk about his cancer and all that stuff like that. So to me, if he goes, he's the hat, he up in a private booth, he watching, and then after that, he go see his son in the tunnel, things like that. And then you back on that jet to get to Colorado for your practice Saturday morning. That's it.
Man, this thing, man, I'm just sitting here thinking, man. They kept this dude from running with the number one offense all all season, JR. And a week before the game, they had to come and see him. They had to come and talk to Shedeur. Say, hey, it's your time. Ain't this amazing?
Yeah.
This is amazing, bro.
So these they do the joint practice starting tomorrow in Charlotte. So these next few days, Wednesday, Thursday, probably a walkthrough Friday before they do the preseason game that night there in Charlotte. It's ever more important. Look, I don't expect a lot of Cleveland starters to play. That's usually how it goes. The first preseason game, you're probably not gonna have Jerry Judy out there. You're probably not gonna have your starting left tackle and right tackle and all that. So it's gonna be guys Shedeur is familiar playing with, that he's playing with. Just take advantage of the opportunity. It's there as a professional. That's your responsibility. Take
But
advantage of
they
the
already
opportunity.
announced it. Both coaches said they playing their starters.
Carolina taking this as a game.
Yeah,
Carolina taking
they
this as a
started.
game.
They started.
Yeah,
That
And
Carolina.
Kevin
that's that
Sebastian said it on 92.3.
Yeah, he
He gonna
said he's
play the
gonna have
starter.
to.
Yeah.
that's
Carolina came out and said because that's a new coach. That new coach wants to set a new president saying, "Hey, we're about winning over here." So he's taking this as a actual game because
Yeah.
when you're a losing team, when do you get to tell people you went 3-14? When do you get to tell people, "Oh, we gonna rest some starters for what?" You
I'm just
you you
I'm just saying what typically happens. I wouldn't
yeah
be
yeah
No,
yeah.
no,
What
surprised.
you're
I
saying,
understand what you're
Yeah,
saying, what
I
typically
wouldn't
happens.
be
I'm just giving
surprised.
you what they said. The
but
coaches said.
But you're talking about winning organizations. Winning
Yeah,
organizations get to do that because they put the work in. You know when that whistle blow, what they're going to do. When you're losing organization, you got to change things. You can't keep doing what everybody else doing because it don't work for you. Not when you're
yeah.
3 and
I mean, that's
14. When it's 3 and 4, everybody out there, including Miles Garrett. I wouldn't.
nah.
I'm just
I
saying. I'm
don't
just
think
saying.
Miles out there.
Hey, when you let's put it to you this way, if you put it out there, if Miles Garrett get hurt, what at the end of the day, if he get hurt, he get hurt. My thing is, I wouldn't play him either. But when I'm 3-14, ain't nobody got no pass for me. You're all gonna play now. Miles Garrett can play one series, three plays, and I pull him. But when
Yeah,
you're talking about a team and you're talking about winning, you go back to the old days. Jimmy Johnson didn't do that. Jimmy Johnson, you gonna play them Super Bowl champions there. You gonna play. It ain't no,
yeah,
well, we put no. You're gonna play because I need you ready. And I think what has happened, we've gotten into this mantra, well, this is the way they do it. And I just tell people this one here. How does it work for them? If they're not the Kansas City Chiefs who go to the Super Bowl almost every year, and if you're not the Philadelphia Eagles What are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, look, I can definitely see it both ways.
Yeah,
Miles Garrett getting a few snaps, sure, but Miles Garrett ain't got nothing to prove. So him
nothing.
being out there, yeah, that would be like them putting Mike Vick out there in the preseason game and he blew his knee out. Then you kind of like, oh, so it just I can see both teams having, a few snaps here and there because they're both losing organizations, honestly. But uh yeah, Kevin Stefanski been there 5 years. I can see it for the first year head coach. Kevin Stefanski been there 5 years. His motto is kind of like holding back starters. I don't know why, because they just been losing, but yeah, I think he'll probably follow suit. Few snaps and then they out. But good for Shedeur though. If he play a whole half, that's excellent.
Well,
Yeah.
he to me he has to play more in the whole half because you
I
ain't
think he'll
got
play
number
all
one
three
quarterback.
quarters. Might play the
Yeah,
whole game.
yeah, he that's the way I see it. If he plays deep, he should play deep into the third. And if it goes the way he want to, the way it's supposed to, they might he might go out there. They say, hey, the way these the fans out there doing this here, we need some more of him because
Yeah.
these ratings are off the chain. So
Right.
it's gonna be a good thing. It's a good thing. Back to you,
Yeah.
B. Watts.
All right. I want to thank Bridget for that 199 super chat. Thank you, Miss Bridget. Yeah. I think you got a good chance playing the whole game because
Hmm.
it's been reported over there on X from ESPN Cleveland. They got Huntley to be the place holder for the kicker.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. I don't think they said Joe Flacco won't play at all.
No, you won't.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that turn out. But still though, that's interesting though, man. You know, I'm happy for him. I hope he go out there and do good. Now, let's say you do go out there and light it up. Let's say you do 250 yards, 2 touchdowns.
That's too much.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's a lot.
If he play 3 quarters, if he play a whole game, let's say 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. You never know. When they get back, how would that rotation? Would it affect the rotation? Let's say if everybody healthy. What's the plan next?
D Watch, you talking about Cleveland. Does that
Yeah,
change
I'm
anything?
asking.
No.
You didn't
It
tell me what
definitely
you
does.
think. What
I
will
mean,
be the plan if my dog go out there and light that thing up, in which he gonna do 200 yards, 2 TDs, and they won? The dog pound going crazy, the city going crazy, the internet going crazy, sports talk with B Watch going crazy. What will they do?
the same thing. They're
So
gonna
should you
put
go back to the fourth on the depth
they'll
chart?
they'll put a depth chart out the next week to say he's still fourth. Because I mean that's Cleveland. We've
He
seen that.
feel he
Yeah, he
feel
fifth now. You know what I'm saying?
because
So
Huntley got to go in front of him because he played before.
you know what I'm saying? The proof is already there. We've seen the reps through OTAs to training camp. We've seen the reps, and you're still bringing them in fourth. So you can say it's by virtue of rack and stack. Hey, he's the fifth round pick, so that's just who we putting him at. I don't expect anything from Cleveland. That's not my team. B Watts, that's your team,
Yeah,
Cleveland. So I don't expect Cleveland to do the right thing. I expect them to do the insane thing and keep them in the fourth spot, and then put out the depth chart when they get ready to play Philadelphia, and then everybody like, well, why is he fourth? Why is this? Why is that? Look, I think Jimmy has him taking a little page from Jerry Jones. My team is on ESPN every weekend. Every single day. We being reported all over the internet, all over the YouTube, all over these spaces. The Cleveland Browns. I bet their department that tracks a metric to say how
mhm,
much the Cleveland Browns are being spoken upon. He probably like, yeah, keep them at fourth so people can, more attention. So Jimmy has him looking at Jerry Jones like, I got you.
yeah, he
I got
got
you.
him. He got
Michael
him.
Parsons talking about what? Nah, we got something going on over here. Cleveland Browns the most searched NFL team right now. That's facts. It's out there. So they gonna do the same thing, Uncle Steve. What you think?
Jr. You said it, man. You said it. I will not disagree with nothing you said. When you're dealing with people, they had a Band-Aid commercial. I'm stuck on Band-Aid because Band-Aid stuck on me.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, Cleveland. I'm stuck on Cleveland because Cleveland stuck on me. They just stuck on
Yeah.
stupid. I'm stuck on stupid because stupid stuck on me. That's Cleveland, man. It just behooves me that they can sell. Cleveland sells boo boo and people eat it. And then I
Lord.
listen to the Cleveland announcers and everything. They're turning around, but my problem with them, for an organization that loses as much as y'all don't apply pressure. See, you aunties apply pressure.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
what I mean by pressure, they don't accept that foolishness. You come up there and you saying, well, Shedeur needs to get some development. See, you auntie saying that development lie. How he need
Yeah.
development? His daddy developed him. He was
Mhm.
developed when he was at Jackson State. He was developed when he was at CU, and now he's developed in the NFL. Look at his numbers. Look at his production. When you come to us, you have to come with facts because you can't tell me about production. And then I'm looking at the stats. I'm looking at the one y'all say who's the supercomputer, who's the A1, who's the A1, all that good stuff. I'm looking to
Yeah.
that robot that got robot overload. I'm just too much going on. It's an overload. You didn't gave that computer too much stuff in there. But with that
Yeah.
being said, B Watch, it goes this way. Cleveland is so dumb. They really don't know what they're doing. They're putting this man in front of the world with all of these teams that need a quarterback that did the stupid thing. The New Orleans Saints, who gave a second year a quarterback who was not graded as a second round, who was injury prone. That young man should go and he need to get Shedeur Sanders a bonus
Seven
because
years of college football, huh?
no,
Seven.
no, no. Check this out, Jr. He should get Shedeur a bonus. Because of that, what they tried to prove to Shedeur, he turned around and stuck it to New Orleans and told them, now you need to give me guaranteed money. He got he got one of the most guaranteed monies out of all the NFL rookies. His contract pretty much guaranteed. He would have never
Mhm.
got that. He would have never got that kind of money. But he was smart. He took advantage of the situation. New Orleans Saints drafted him in the second round. Now we're gonna screw you. Because if you don't pay me, you done wasted a second round pick. You look like fools, and I got you right here. And you don't have another quarterback because he's injured. Your star quarterback is gone. So you got
Mhm.
that. Let's look at this one here. You got the New York Jets. They don't have a quarterback. You got let's go here. Pittsburgh Steelers, one shot, Rodgers gone. You don't have a quarterback.
Mhm.
Let's go here. Let's go to Indianapolis Colts. They don't have no quote unquote quarterback. I'll
Yeah.
go with you, the LA Raiders.
Mhm.
They don't have no quarterback. Let's go here. Anywhere Sam Darnold's at, that's a 1 year wonder. And let
Come
me go where
on.
he left. Minnesota. Minnesota sitting there, they like, oh my goodness. They don't have a quarterback. That quarterback threw the ball 4 times against Ohio State. They ran the
Mhm.
ball 24 consecutive times. He only threw the ball 4 times, and they won. So what
Mm.
I'm telling you is this here. You're putting that man, and then you're going to put him against the Philadelphia Eagles, who was getting ready to draft him. And these clowns knew he was getting ready. Philadelphia Eagles were coming up to draft Shedeur Sanders, and they traded 2 picks to come up in front of the Philadelphia Eagles to pick Shedeur Sanders to do this foolishness. Now, that if
Yeah.
you don't call that stupid, I don't know what to tell you. But that's Cleveland, home of stupid. I ain't saying the fans. I'm saying their management, home of the stupid. Welcome to Cleveland. Back to you, B. Watts.
I want to thank FD for the super chat.
I got you, B
The
Watts.
real
I'll read.
world.
I'll read it off.
Okay.
In the real world, Shador should be QB2. FD, we with you. I'm with you, FD. He should be QB2 after balling on Friday. But you're right. We talking about the Cleveland Browns, FD. So we don't know what's gonna happen.
You got the other?
Yeah, I got the other one too. What's good? What's good for the $10 holler? Appreciate it. What's good? Look, the great Titans QB Steve McNair played 4 games his first year. I see Shedeur Sanders having the same type of career. I see that too. Hey, Aaron McNair had a legendary career. Legendary. Aaron McNair bought me a soul food plate back in Houston when I was just a youngin'. We in the soul food I forget the name of the restaurant, but I remember the player. We in the soul food restaurant. Steve McNair come in, bought everybody food, and left.
I tell
I
you
never
a
forget
good.
that.
I tell you a
Hey,
good Aaron
Daryl, you got
McNabb.
something else? You got one too now.
I'll hit you
Real,
with. I'll hit this one right there. So go and hit that one. Then we'll go with McNabb.
real. Look, real say to see you uncles. Look, see you uncles. We present too behind the scenes of the aunties. Uncles put a W in the chat. Hey, Dubs in the chat, man. Dubs in the chat for the unks, man.
We
W's
gonna
in the chat.
always show respect to the aunts and the aunts because
Yeah.
it takes a community. But going back to Steve McNair, I'm gonna tell you how special that dude is. That young man came to my mother's house, picked my brother up, everybody outside having a good time. Man, Steve McNair came out there with all them fellas, man. They got their little beers and everything like that, had a good time and everything else. He was just one of them dudes, man. Everybody was a friend to McNair. If you McNair one of them dudes, man, everybody. When you met Steve, you like, man, Steve, just old country boy. Just old country boy. My brother and his wife went to school together. So it was just one of those things that, and Steve always, when he came down with his family, came by, hollered, and everything else. So he a good dude. Well, he passed away now, but great man, and he did great things. So uncles in the house represent. Back to you, B.
Hey,
Wise.
Dubs in the chat. B Watts.
Yeah, yeah. Love's in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Check this out, JR. Give me a good stat line for Shedeur that will be okay, satisfying for you at the end of the game on Friday. And then we'll move on, talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffalo after you and Steve give me that.
Okay.
Let me talk to the chat too. All right, chat. Uh, Give me a good stat line you would like to see Shedeur or you expecting Shedeur to have at the end of the game on Friday. Talk to me, Jill.
Yeah, so depending on the length, the timeline he gets to play. So
Let's say three
uh
quarters. Three quarters.
let's say
Three quarters.
3 quarters. All right. So if we going 3 quarters, I'm gonna say Shador looking at about 25 of 33, somewhere around there. And then we're gonna go with about 250, 50 to 60 yards, and we'll give him 3 TDs. It's preseason. Let's light it up. 3 TDs.
Talk to me,
That's
Steve.
awesome. I think I'm gonna go. I think it might be rainy. It might be raining that night, and if it's raining that night, and to that extent, even if it's not raining, this is what I see. I see them running the ball a lot, and what I also see is this here. B Watts. If they get close to the end zone, they're not gonna let him throw it in because Stefanski got his thing. Can't let Dylan look too bad. They'll run the ball in. So you can
You're right about that.
you can
God,
say you
dog.
can say you can.
But the fix is in, what?
Hey, B Watch, you got to understand it. This is just like basketball or football. Coaches can do some things out there to dictate the game. They can go
Hmm.
out there and run that ball, run that ball. This is what they'll do. First 2 plays, run the ball. Then it's 3rd and 11, put you out there where you got to hold the ball in the rain. And then he looking like if he don't check down, he three and you got to check down. So I'm looking at it. This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 16 for 23, 187 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, that's
Because
that's that's about a preseason stat right there for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the reason I'm saying that because I got a funny feeling that once they get down to that 10-yard line and so, I think they're gonna go to running that football, in which it would be a little different. Now, if Judy and them stay in the game a couple series, they can bust some big plays because that Jones boy and Judy, I think they can bust some big ones, and that'll change everything. But if they don't bust big ones, then it'll come to that. So that's still an outstanding game. He just needs to go up there, cut away with the penalties, don't get sacked as far as holding that ball. And
Hmm.
it's nothing wrong with checking down. It's nothing wrong with checking down. Check down and go from there, and he's fine. So I just see him. He don't have to save the world. Just go play football. That's all he got to
That's
do.
it.
Back to
That's
you, B
it.
Watch.
Okay. I want to thank everybody for their participation in the chat. Also, we're going to get ready to switch over and talk about the Colorado football team, and along with Coach Brown at the head of the team. Now, so far, when you look at well off media, when you look at Reach the People and the pregame show or the videos they've been showing in for their fall camp session, what have impressed you and what have you seen? When I look at it, I know K Salter is K Salter. Everybody know how I feel about K Salter. He's supposed to look good. But when
Hmm.
I look at number 22, when I look at Juju, I'm really impressed of the development that they have made during fall camp. When I look at them, especially the quarterback room, I know K Salter should be good. He done had what 4 years already. But when you look
Hmm.
at progress, Juju, I got to give him credit on that. He look like he done got bigger. Uh, like he done grasped the offense a little bit better than he did the preseason game. And Ponder, man, if Coach Prime don't recruit another quarterback for next year, he got one in Ponder. Ponder, boy, his ceiling is high for me. 6'6", the way he was ripping that ball today. Oh, he looked good. So talk to me, JR, for what you done seen from Coach Prime and the Colorado football team that have impressed you so far.
Look, what I seen from Coach Prime, he hopping around like ain't nothing happened to him a few months ago. So that's what I like to see.
Okay.
Whether he hiding it from us or not, he look like the same old Coach Prime out there, just getting around, scooting around, doing his thing. So that's what I'm liking from Coach Prime. But from the team itself, I like the intensity. Like I said, it's like guys, they know I got a spot to play for now. That brings a different level of intensity to practice. Like last year, I mean, you knew, hey, Travis gonna do some Travis things. Shedeur gonna do some Shedeur things. Jimmy gonna be fast. LaJonte gonna be good in the routes. All of these players that we were so accustomed to, Shiloh gonna be Shiloh, Cam gonna be Cam. We was accustomed to that, to seeing it. Now you got a whole cast of characters that you building a storyline for, but they are eager and hungry to say, "Hey, I can get a spot on that field." Because at the end of the day, that's why you're in fall camp, to get a spot on the field. So I like the intensity. And you see Coach Prime coming out. It hasn't been one time where he has said the practice been terrible. Last year, he'd have been saying this 3, 4 times. I don't know what it was. Maybe he was just saying it just to say it. But but what, 7, 8 practices in, he been said about 3 times. The practice was terrible today. Da, da, da. Nah, every time he breaking it down at the end, he's saying, God dog, y'all playing your butt off. O line looking good. D line, y'all picking it up. He giving compliments to different aspects of the team. He didn't always do that last year. So that lets me know he feel real good about the direction and where they going. And literally, they about 10 practices in right now.
JR, I think you nailed it right there. But this is what I've noticed. Let's go and give some claps in the chat right now. And this is who we need to be getting some claps to: the recruiting team. We give Swayze his praise, but we need to get that recruiting team they flowers because of this. Look at the depth that the Colorado Buffaloes have right now.
Yeah.
Start naming you start naming let's go quarterback. They 4 deep. They 4 deep at quarterback. They got quarterbacks on that team. I guarantee you, Ponder can go and start. He might not start at maybe at a lower, but he could be starting. He could be starting. And Stars for sure. Stars go to a lower, he's starting. Period. Because of what they seen on tape and everything else and how comfortable they'll be with him. Juju can start anywhere. It don't make a difference where you going. Juju can start anywhere because he's a 17-year-old doing what he doing. I call him the golden boy. He got a gold jersey on, he got gold hair, and he got a golden arm. What else you need? That's golden boy. He got the touch. He got a golden touch. So he's the golden boy when it comes to that. So what I'm looking at is the depth. I'm looking at a team that deep into the season, when injuries come for certain teams, like it did Notre Dame and all these other teams and Colorado himself, I see them still successful. I see them next man up. I see the competition. And one thing I can tell you, boy, Chrysler hit McNeil so hard I felt it. When he punched him in the chest on that, man, you hitting people like that, homeboy's hole's gonna open up because that's a grown man. And when you taking punishment like that, it lets me know he did that. Then I saw Seaton over there, the Seaton Express. Trouble. Trouble. Y'all, we talked about him like a dog. I feel assured now that offensive line gonna be fine.
Mhm.
Because when you got a quarterback like K Salt, that people, them linebackers ain't gonna know what to do. And then you put them big tight ends over there on Seaton's side. Trouble. So all I'm telling people is this one here. I see excitement. I see pandemonium. I see, I see some, and something else I saw. Did y'all hear them pads clacking?
Oh
That
yeah.
medical tent is gonna be busy and it's gonna be full and it's gonna have people in it. And some of them, I'm gonna tell y'all another secret. Some people gonna be, you normally when you go in the medical tent, you sitting up. Some people gonna be laying down in the medical tent this year. That's how
Good.
hard they hit this year. Last year they hit you. You sat up when you was in the medical tent. This year it's the Undertaker. You got to lay them out, baby, and that's what they gonna do. Back to you, B. Wise.
Yeah, when I look at the defensive side also, boy, you see them defensive back flying around. I kept telling y'all, remember that number 3 name? His name is Tion Paul. Boy, making plays. Making plays. Ain't scared to leave his feet diving. Number 9 out there walking around, doing this thing in that backfield. Yeah, I'm loving the defensive back there. So get my person on the defensive side, JR. You've been impressed with so far.
The person I've probably been most impressed with on the defensive side, uh, it's probably been Barnes, to be honest. Uh, because look, the athletes, they always get the love. You always Tion Park's gonna get the love because it's gonna be something that just pop off at you. Oh, he got the interception. Oh, he got the pass. But for Coach Prime to sit there and have that conversation with him and say, "Big fella, you doing your thing," and
Yeah,
concede to him to say, "That's something you want to do." All right, that lets me know that Coach Prime noticing, "Hey, dog, you working, dog." And I know I was real critical of your man Free Barnes last year. As much as you was screaming his name, B Wise, I like dog, he ain't ready, dog. Now he ready this year. So I'm gonna give a shout out to the big fella, man. I've been impressed with Barnes, man. And his work habit and the way he transformed his body. You can see that translating to the field, Uncle Steve.
JR, you took who I was gonna say. He a young man attitude has changed, his body has changed, and his productivity has changed. And what I like about him, he's running to that ball. But he did that last year. You got tape of Barnes when they showed Barnes. Barnes beat a cornerback to the ball, ran 50 yards down to the other end, had beat a cornerback who was on that side, and he outran him to get to the ball. So Barnes is one of them dudes. I'm impressed with him. I'm proud of him. I think he's done a heck of a job. Think he's going to have a big year. But Arden Walker's going to have a Arden Walker's Arden Walker's off the page.
yeah,
Arden Walker is going he going to be scary this year. Arden
Hmm.
Walker is going to have some big numbers. I see him Big 12 easily. I look for Arden Walker and Jordan Seaton Express, possible All Americans uh, in college football. That's what I see. Back to you, B. Watts.
yeah. The coaching staff, man, they gave him Big Barnes was the player of the off season so far. I heard
Hmm.
him on I think it was Reach the People. Uh, might have been DMVR. But they said they was impressed with him so far. But now when you look at what concern you have on the defensive side of the ball.
My concerns on the defensive side of the ball, it's I want to say the linebackers, but I'm going with the safety spot. Um, that's my concern. Just because look, it's a new position for Carter, and as far as being in a starting role and being like really relied upon. Because last year he got in and he started, but guess what? You had a veteran right next to you that can make them calls and get you lined up and put you in the right position. Again, we don't win that Baylor game if Cameron Simon Craig don't look to Travis Hunter to say, dog, you need to be right here.
Mhm.
Boom, tackle made, fumble, game over. So I look at those two guys, really talented guys. I believe in Carter. I think he's really talented. You see me talk about him multiple times on the show. I think he's talented. I think Bayard is talented as well. Who the leader back there? Who the leader? Because even though Shiloh was back there, you still knew Cam Silman Craig was the leader. So who's the leader? Because everything is good when it's good, but when you know what I'm saying, when it's bad, when assignments miss, who correcting who? Who's listening to who to get themselves on the right page? That's what I got, Uncle Steve.
I uh, I I'm hearing you, but I have to go linebackers. And the reason I'm gonna go linebackers because if they're not where they supposed to be, it's over. It's over. They're gonna wear that middle out. And you watch Reach the People and Well Off, and you see it, but them linebackers out of position. You go up, they get caught up on that line, and you see a running back just gone. You like, well, what's the other linebacker? And you like, golly. So, they're just showing you that, and then they're not showing you the ones that they go there and, get a sack and things like that. It's a twofold for me. The linebackers have the easiest jobs because you're going to have Barnes, McNeil, you're going to have Otis, and you're going to have Carter. They're going to be eating people up, man. So you shouldn't have, and that's the scary part. You shouldn't have offensive linemen on you. All you got to
Hmm.
do is just hit the hole, and they should have 100 this year. One of them should have 118, 120 tackles because they're
Mm.
gonna be eaten. They're gonna be eaten. You should be free. You got them big dudes who gonna be eating up them linemen, and all you got to do is come up and make a hit. But to me, I'm just putting it this way: if they don't do their jobs, it's gonna be a long, long, long season because we're going to have teams on the wall, and it's going to take K Salt now running the ball to run the clock out because we can't. The linebacker, we got to bring everybody to the line of scrimmage. So linebackers, I got confidence in them, but I'm just saying right now, if an injury happens, then what? So that's all. So I say linebackers, but they're going to do well because they got them big boys in front of them. Back to you, B. Watts.
Yeah, both of y'all hit on where I'm at, man. At first when I was going into the season, I was saying, man, we got a good linebacker room. But when them tapes started coming out, man, I'm running back, running up and down the field like, man, they running track, man, 4x4, 100. Hey, when you go down the field, I'm gonna pass you this pawn, this baton, and then you go. You see Track Hawk running, you see Dylan Hayden running, you see Michael running. I'll be saying, damn. Coach
Who getting
Prime
sacked,
said,
yo?
Coach Prime said, Sam, I see you. I said, yeah, I see him too, Coach Prime, but dog, where your linebackers at? Where your linebackers at? I said, hey, I mean, you want to see a good game, running game, but then you can say, well, dog, how he get down there? You know?
If it's
And
that
then
good,
again,
something got
coming
to be
back to
bad, huh?
then you see K Salt running down through there, ain't nobody touch him. I said, dog, K Salt just ran through that hole. Then nobody. Now, K Salt quick. He ain't no Michael Vick fast now. How the hell he get through that hole every practice? Like that. And I'm saying, whoa, wait a minute. I want you to win the Heisman. I want you to gain 1,000 yards, but not on Colorado. I want you to do it on Colorado. So I got to look at that too. And also, man, the safety position, man, that just it's still with me, even though they making plays. But when your safety have to make plays, that means something going wrong up front, in the middle, before it get to them. I
Mhm.
understand they can make plays on the passing, but running, now to keep a bias and stop them, I ain't got no business making no tackle when you got linebacker and Barnes them and Carter them and you got TC them, you got Otis. Yeah, they gotta do better. They gotta do better. I'm sure they is. But like I said, that Georgia Tech game gonna tell me everything I need to know about that defense. Now, when you go to the offensive side, which player that has impressed you? Well, let's start with the running back.
Dallin Hayden. I mean, look, you said it, you called for him a while back over my guy IA that's in the transfer portal somewhere hanging out. Um,
Hey, I ain't
but
not.
I mean,
But as
that's
long
what he
you know
doing.
that you know
He
that
ain't
dude picked
signed
up,
nowhere.
man. Somebody don't picked him up, JL.
Oh, somebody picked him up. Hey, well, congrats to him, man. I thought the brother was still in the transfer
Come
portal
on, hey, yeah.
trying to get his credits together or something like that, man. But nah, Dallin Hayden, look, look, I'm equally hard on Dallin Hayden as hard as I was on Barnes last year. I felt like the brother didn't have no contact balance. I was like, golly, man, you get hit and just go down. But that's a whole different story this year. So that lets you know. Um, coaching plays a big part, man. It
Yeah,
plays a
yeah,
big
South
part.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Carolina.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. So he landed another power four. That's good. Um, but that lets you know. Coaching plays a big part, man. Shout out to Coach Flea. He at Wyoming now, but it's levels to certain things, right? And you've heard all four of the running backs at the podium, well, at least three of them at the podium, but the two that were there last year, they was like, yeah, my eyes been open to a whole different thing.
Yeah,
And that's no shot at your last coach. But if somebody say, man, my eyes been open to a whole different thing, that's not just the gold jacket speaking. That's knowledge. That's experience. That's speaking to say this is what you need to do, and this is what you need to know to be a successful running back. And yeah, shout out to Dallin Hayden, man. I easily see him being the starter, and he gonna chew up a lot of yards behind the offensive line for sure.
Hey, B Watts, somebody put up there, Cleveland ain't gonna trade 12. He the best quarterback on their team. Well, hell, they wasn't playing him. Don't tell me what they won't do. You on there talking about they won't trade him. If you won't play him and he the best, then what do
that's a
we
good
say about
point.
Cleveland? I'm the best quarterback on the team, but I don't play. I don't get no first team reps. I'm sitting over there.
For
I'm the
sure.
fourth one in the what you call it. But let's get here. I'm gonna go this one here. See, you gonna be different this year, man. See, you gonna play this running back. Micah is my guy. Michael and Dalen. Because you say Dalen, I like him. I'm gonna say Micah, and this is the crazy thing about CU, man. It looked like they didn't change into the Incredible Hulk. You just look at all of them. You like, if people, I think what they should do, they need to get these guys what they normally do, show their pictures before last year and then show them this year. And that will help people out to get the vision. Because you see Barnes looked like a normal Alabama dude, belly all out, coming around, big old belly out and everything. Don't look like that now. Bond looked like he trying to work on a six pack, man. Then you look at Micah. Micah cut up. Dylan to put that muscle instead of, and then you look at the receiver Miller. Man, he that baby fat gone. But let me go with Micah. Micah is gonna have an exceptional season because he's finally in there with someone who's saying, "Hey, instead of you making these here moves, always looking to cut it to the outside, look at with your power, cut it in." I think he's gonna have more explosive plays. He's got a better grasp for it. I think the game is slowed down for him because the more you play and you got good coaching, the game slows down because you can go in there with the coaches and the coaches can say, hey, he got a body for it. Now he got the experience and now he got a coach to come in and say, hey, guys, this is what I expect from you. This is what you need to do. The expectations is high. And what I also see is this, B-Watts, man, they're going to be switching running backs, man. You'll see one running back one game, and they already telling you. The next game, hell, you might not even see that running back. You'll have another running back run for 100 and some yards. So I'm gonna throw something out there, B Watts. We're gonna have three running backs that's gonna run for over 100 yards this year. Last year you had none. We're gonna have three different running backs that's gonna run for over 100 yards in a game. three. I see four, but I see three for sure. Hayden, Micah, and that T-Hawk or whatever they call it, that fast one. They're gonna run for 100 yards in a game. So that's for me. And that ain't counting. I ain't counting Case Salt, the Salt Shaker. He gonna run for it. But I'm just saying, running backs, you're gonna have that. I'm gonna throw that out there this year. Back to you, B. Watts.
Oh, okay. All right. Appreciate it. One thing. Who it is? RJ for the
RJ
super chat. You got jail.
for the $2 holler. RJ. He said 12 needs to go out there and cook like the TCU game. Hey, get Dylan Edwards out there to him quick. Quick.
Yeah.
Get Dylan Edwards. Hey, put him on the PJ. Get him out there to Charlotte. We
Hey,
Yeah.
appreciate it, RJ.
Yeah.
hey,
We appreciate it.
if he cooked like that, the next day you're gonna see with the next select, you'll see ESPN breaking news. Shedeur Sanders has been traded to the Dallas Cowboys
Hmm.
for a third round pick.
Hmm.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
I'm telling you,
They're gonna
you're
put him on the
going to see.
first thing
Hey, people,
smoking.
get
Hmm.
ready. You got Cleveland is going to do something. They're going to because Cleveland. I'm telling y'all something right now. Cleveland, I don't think they want the pressure that the unks and the aunties put on people. We aren't going to accept the losing and the not being accountable. Because let me say this one, B. Watson, then we'll get back to the Colorado. Why is it that the leadership is not held accountable for their job performance, but you want to tell me 12 needs to be held accountable for his performance? It don't work like that. You're dealing with a losing coach, you're dealing with a losing GM. If you're 500, you're losing. So I ain't hearing it. You're dealing with talent wise. Their talent wise is horrible. They've gone from one of the best talent groups to one of the worst. You also gone to this one here. Their performance on the field is horrendous. You got a team that they prayed. They remind me of the Baltimore Ravens when they were playing. If they scored two touchdowns because they had such a great defense, they'd win games. But you got to
Hmm.
pray for two touchdowns in the NFL. Come on, man. And he's a QB whisper. Man, get out of here. So back to you, B Watch. But I just throw that at you because it just baffles me.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Sports Talk with B Watts tonight. I want to thank everybody who participated in the chat. We thank you for your super chat. Thank you for everything that you have done for Sports Talk with B Watts. At this time, we're going to go around the horn to end the show. And once again, thank you for watching Sports Talk with B Watts. JR.
Yeah, man. Hey, like I said, B Watts always, man. It's always good chopping it up with you, man. Definitely chopping it up with Uncle Steve on a Tuesday night. Uh, and it's gonna be a movie on Friday. It's gonna be a movie, man. He getting his opportunity, so he gonna shine through, and hopefully he shine. He the brightest one out there, due to his play on the field. Um, and if all else fails, hey, we still behind you, 12. No matter what. But we know you're gonna do your thing out there, big dog.
Man, it's always a pleasure. JR, I can't tell you to your face, young man. You have been rocking and rolling. You on your way up, young man. You're like a rocket. You're going up. You're going to the space, moon, and beyond. But what I will say is this one here. You looked at Shedeur Sanders, and I think this should be a testament to all the young men and all the young ladies out there. We all say anything's possible with God, but you also have to put work in. You also have to have a great attitude. You also got to have people that have your back. You also got to have uncles and aunties and cousins and nephews that's out there supporting you. And what I will tell you is this, that's all I'm saying is you got to have a community. It ain't you don't do things by yourself. Them days of I did it by I'm self-made. You're a self-made lie because you didn't create yourself.
Hmm.
You didn't educate yourself. You didn't pay for your clothes by yourself when you was a baby and a kid. So it took a community to teach you certain things. You didn't do that by yourself. So it took a community. It's cool to say I was self-made, but at the end of the day, it was the community that made me. And the community I love and respect. What I'm going with is this. We need to understand our power. And our power is this. We tell them what's going on. They don't tell us. And thank
Hmm.
y'all. And I appreciate y'all for supporting Mr. Clean himself. Sports Talk with B Watts, because I'm telling you, his head shining like money, and that's what he got in his back pocket. Some money. The money is green. He got plenty of money back there. Got plenty of money. Got
No,
plenty
I
of
don't
money.
be.
He got
No.
plenty of money. He got plenty of money. Cause that woman on his side ain't gonna be with no broke man. So he can quit with the lie. She ain't gonna be with no broke man. But with that being said, y'all have done an outstanding job. And what I laugh at people sometimes. People like, well, Stephen A. Smith and them got all these millions. Forget that. B Watch, you got good people that support you. They're dedicated, they're loyal, and they are outstanding. Those are the people I want to support me. I don't want people who are on that bandwagon because they think I got a name or they think, hey, I'm on TV and that. I don't need them. I need people like y'all that
Yep.
that are real, that are us, that get to come on B Watch show, just like Miss Phyllis and I Love CC. Those women get to come on there and do their own thing. You grow like that. People appreciate that. So all I'm saying, keep Miss Kimberly Nash Williams, you CEO, do your thing, young lady. And all I'm saying, y'all stay great and stay doing wonderful things. And always know you are special. Go ahead, Miss Garcia. And it's back to you, B Watts.
Yeah, once again, I want to thank JR Boxer and Uncle Steve. They make this broadcast what it have been since they've been with me. They haven't missed an inch. And I appreciate these brothers. They good at what they do. The hell Steve doing? Oh, that was say,
Hey,
I'm about to
hey,
say,
hey,
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 man,
hey, hey. The
hey,
next, the next one come off. I'm gonna be bucket naked. So I'm getting
hey,
ready to get out of
hey,
here.
hey, we want to thank that super chat, $15 super chat for Miss Janet. Hey, let me get
that's what
y'all out of here for Steve.
that's what I thought he was doing. I thought he was taking
What
off his
Steve
clothes for
finna
the
do, man?
$15 holler, man, for the $15 holler.
Appreciate it, man.
Vision.